Hi guys, so I'm recording this video again because the first one didn't have sound. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go over your vocabulary words for the week for your new story. The first word is accelerate. Okay, in our sentence we have a clue that tells us what the word accelerate means. I saw the race car accelerate or speed up across the finish line. So accelerate means to speed up, to move or to cause to move faster. Okay, that's accelerate. Advantage. Advantage. The father's size gave him a big advantage over his son. Advantage is something that is helpful or useful. So it's saying that the father, because he's taller, this is helpful or useful to the father. Okay, to be taller is helpful. Capabilities. Capabilities. The capabilities of a potter include strength and creativity. Capabilities. Capabilities mean to have the needed skills or power or ability to do something. Okay, capabilities. All right. Friction. Friction. Friction is the force between two surfaces that slows objects down or keeps them from moving. Take your hands and rub them together and push harder and harder against your hands. You will feel friction between your hands and it slows your hands down and makes it harder and harder to move them. The friction between the tires and the pavement slows down the airplane. Okay, see the smoke coming off the wheel where it's slowing down? This is friction causing it to slow down. Okay, next word, gravity. We know what gravity is. Gravity helps pull the batter down into the baking pan. She's pouring the batter, and gravity is pulling it downward into the pan. Gravity is a force that pulls objects towards each other. It pulls us down to the earth. Gravity. Identity. Identity. The girl is holding up her passport in the photo. An identity is who a person is or what a thing is. It is their identity. Who you are is your identity. Inquiry. Inquiry. It says reporters ask questions at the beginning of an inquiry or investigation. Inquiry is a search for information, okay? An inquiry is a search for information. Okay, so they're asking him questions because they want to find out information. Our last word this week is thrilling. Thrilling. Thrilling is when something is exciting. Okay, going on a roller coaster can be exciting and thrilling. See, there's a clue in our sentence, exciting, to tell us what the word thrilling means. All right, let's read our story, The Big Race. And we're going to look for our vocabulary words throughout our story. This race car simulator is cool. Let's try it. Okay, I suggest that you get your book to look so that you can read along. This is not as clear as it should be. It's on yellow backing, so it's kind of hard to see. Clear enough to read if you don't have your book with you, but if you do have your book, it would be much better on your eyes to grab your reading writing workshop. Okay, we are on page 65. Reading writing workshop, page 65. Okay, let's begin. I'm Clara. Welcome. Alex and Liam plan to build a car for the soapbox derby. As a result of their inquiry into how to build a fast car, they had come to the Science Museum today for answers. Remember, we said an inquiry is when you're looking for information, a search for information. Last week, Alex's mother had called one of the museum's scientists. When they walked into the museum, a woman in a lab coat and inline skates zoomed up and greeted them. Hi, I'm Clara. Are you the boys who want to know what will make a car go fast? Yes, I'm Alex, and that's Liam, Alex responded. Why are you wearing inline skates, Clara? Liam asked. I'm a champion skater, claimed Clara claimed, doing a spin. Then she whispered, "That's not my true identity. I'm a scientist. Skates make it easier to get around. Follow me." Okay, identity. Remember we said identity is who you are? It's about speed. "Welcome to our on the move exhibit," Clara announced as they entered a large room. "So tell me about the race." "There will be 20 cars in the race. We'll be going down the steepest hill in town," Alex said. "Sounds thrilling. It must be exciting to go so fast." Again, we have a clue. Thrilling followed by exciting. Exciting telling us what thrilling means. Clara answered as she pressed buttons on a machine. "This is a virtual race car, and this screen shows you the virtual race course and your speed. Speed is the distance an object moves in a certain amount of time." Forces at work. Alex and Liam climbed into the machine. Each seat had a steering wheel and a screen in front of it. Clara said, "Since you want to build a fast car, you need to know about forces and how they affect motion." "What's a force?" asked Liam. Clara continued, "A force is a push or a pull. Forces cause things to move or cause a change in motion. When I apply a big enough force to an object, like this stool, it moves. If two objects are exactly the same, the object that receives a bigger force will accelerate or increase its speed," Clara said, pushing two stools at the same time. Remember we said accelerate means to speed up. "Which stool received a bigger force?" Clara asked. "The one on the right. It went further," said Liam. "So giving our car a big push at the top of the hill will cause it to accelerate and go faster," Alex summarized. Gravity and friction. Clara smiled. "Right. Another force acting on your car is gravity. Gravity is a pulling force between two objects." Clara took a tennis ball out of her pocket. "When I drop this ball, gravity pulls it towards the floor. It's the same force that pulls your car down the hill." Okay, so gravity is a force that pulls objects together. A big push gives us an advantage over other cars, and gravity will keep us going. "How do we stop?" Liam asked. Remember an advantage? We said it's something that is helpful or useful. So that big push is going to be helpful or useful to them in the race. "You'll need friction. Friction is a force between two surfaces that slows objects down or stops them from moving. For example, I lean back on my skates, and the friction between the rubber stoppers and the floor slows me down." Remember we said friction is the force that slows down objects. "Thanks, Clara. The virtual race car was cool. I knew we had the skills and capabilities to win the race, but now we have science on our side too," Liam grinned. Remember capabilities? We said capabilities means that you have the needed skills, power, or ability to do something. All right, so the boys feel like with science on their side, they're going to be able to win this race. Let's take a look at the literary terms. Sorry, I forgot to turn the page on the last one. Let's take a look. You were supposed to be following along in your book, so hopefully you were with me anyway, okay? Reread. Reread is our first literary term for the week. You should write reread in your book. Under literary terms with today's date, we know reread means to read again. And we reread when we don't understand something or we want to have a better understanding of something or we need more details. We reread to get our information, okay? All right, next we have cause and effect. Cause and effect. Cause is why something happens, okay? The cause is why something happens. The effect is what happens. Like for instance, gravity pulls an object down to the floor. When you drop something, the object falls. Why something happens is the gravity pulls it to the floor. The effect is it falls down. Okay? All right. Think about some things that you do every day that will help you understand cause and effect. Cause. I get my hands dirty when I'm playing outside. Okay? I'm playing outside in the dirt and my hands are dirty. So the cause is that my hands, sorry, the cause is that I'm playing outside. The effect is that my hands get dirty. Okay? One thing makes the other thing happen. Here we have a few examples from our story. Clara applies force to the stool. Remember, she pushes the stool and she pushes one harder than the other. Okay, first she pushes the stool. The cause is that she applies force to the stool. She pushes it. The effect is that the stool moves. Clara pushes both stools. Remember when she pushed them both? Both of the stools moved. So the cause is that she pushed them both. The effect is that they both moved. Clara applies more force to one of the stools. Okay, when she pushed one harder than the other, the cause is that she pushed one harder than the other. The effect was that one stool moved further. So cause is why something happens. The effect is what happens. Okay, you should write in your notebook. Cause, why something happens. Effect, what happens, right? Narrative nonfiction this week. Narrative nonfiction is informational text. It tells a story that includes facts and examples about a topic. Okay? Our text features that we are focused on this week are headings and speech balloons. All right, take a look here. I hope you're following along in your book with me. Headings, we know, are the mini titles throughout the text that tell us what that section of text is mostly about. Speech balloons are used in cartoons like this to show what the characters are saying or thinking. Okay? Right. Also, in your literary notes this week, narrative nonfiction tells a story, includes facts and examples about a topic. Headings tell what a section of text is mostly about. Speech balloons tell what the characters are saying or thinking. All right, next we have context clues. Okay, context clues are when you use the clues in a sentence or the clues around a sentence to help you understand the meaning of the word. Remember how I pointed out to you that, let's go back, let's find a couple. Because I pointed some out in the story as we were reading, okay? And let's see. Here, thrilling. We can use the word exciting to understand what thrilling means. Exciting is a context clue. Here we have accelerate. We can use the word increase its speed. These words tell us what accelerate means. These are context clues, okay? Here we have a force is a push or a pull, okay? Force means a push or a pull. Sometimes it's a definition, sometimes it's written another way, sometimes it's written in a sentence like thrilling and exciting that comes after each other, okay? All are context clues to help you understand the meaning of words that you don't understand. All right, so context clues are when you are not sure what a word means, you look at the other words around it to figure out the meanings, okay? All right, so we had the definition of force is a push or a pull. We had an example or a restatement. The restatement is when it said accelerate or speed up. And the example we had was that they told us thrilling meant exciting in the next sentence, okay? All right, so again, context clues are when you're not sure what a word means, you use the other words around it to figure out its meaning. All right, and that is it for our reading for today. All right, see you tomorrow in another video. Pray for me that my sound keeps working so that I don't have to record videos over and over again. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.